Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to part 3 of Read Only Memories 2064. That's a little loud in my ears. I'm grooving out to the tunes and realizing, oh, my ears are not thanking me for this. But we have adjusted that, and we are going to continue from our save.
Thank goodness you're finally awake.
Thank goodness indeed.
I have spent the past 30 minutes calculating the odds of you being indefinitely incapacitated or immobilized.
Not that high, I would expect.
I'm relieved to find my pessimism was misplaced and that you appear to be okay.
What the hell happened? Yeah, I am. Are you okay? My head is killing me. What happened?
Someone ambushed us at the apartment.
Okay.
After you collapsed, my power systems were jammed by whoever attacked us.
Oh no.
It took me 2 minutes to reboot and call an ambulance.
I see.
When we left, I noticed they had done the same thing to the NSFPD ROM that was standing post. It takes a lot of power to crash one of those, even temporarily.
Interesting.
Serious military hardware like that is difficult to obtain, but that type of non-lethal electrical field would interrupt my systems as well. Likely a mil-spec neuro-scrambler.
I want to ask if he's okay now.
If we walked in on them while they were searching the apartment for Hayden's files, I can understand them stunning us to make their escape.
But
the probability that they're actually after me, or rather the research behind my creation, seems high.
then they just didn't recognize you?
Leaving me when I was so vulnerable makes no sense.
Maybe it was Hayden.
I now believe my original hypothesis to have been correct. Hayden must have been kidnapped by a powerful organization looking to get control of his research. Trashing our apartment may have been a cover for the theft of the data cache we were looking for.
Maybe they didn't recognize you. That's possible. Maybe they want you to lead them to the rest of Hayden's research. That's an interesting. Maybe they didn't recognize
That
you.
seems unlikely. Even the most casual access to Hayden's research would have turned up physical descriptions of me. And even if they weren't sure... well, I'd play it better safe than sorry if I were them.
Fair enough.
We were at the scene of the crime, so to speak. Surely interrogating us would have cost them little. No, I didn't.
Seems like an odd, order of questioning.
They assaulted us from behind, and nothing showed up on my optics before I was disrupted. They either had cloaking of some kind, or were extraordinarily careful while making their way into the apartment. My optics, while not top of the line, are better than an off-the-shelf ROM's, and I should have been able to detect any thermal changes from someone being there. Oh, before I forget, here are your belongings. The nurses had me hold on to them for you until you awoke.
Fair enough.
Here's your ID card. Don't lose this again.
I didn't lose it the first time.
Here are those headphones you reviewed.
Good.
I noticed the article on your computer before. Good job getting published.
Thank you. I would like it to actually
Just let me know when you want to leave.
I have more questions.
Excuse me. Are you talking about Hayden Weber?
Why, yes, we are. Who are you? Open curtains. Seems he's your roommate. I see.
Sorry for being a nosy Nancy. Hayden's an old friend of mine, and this sounded all too familiar.
I do not trust you.
Has anything happened to him?
Who are you?
Of course. I've not yet introduced myself. My name is Dr. Yannick Fairlight, and I'm the founder and former CEO of System 1 Software, now owned by Parallax.
I see.
He is telling the truth, at least as far as I can intuit from information on the meshnet. And
System
I do
1
recall
software,
hearing
you mean
mention of Dr.
SOS?
Fairlight, at least once in passing at some point.
See, I don't bite. I hate to be the one to tell you, but privacy screens are hardly soundproof.
That's fair.
However, if this situation concerns us both, perhaps we can help each other.
I don't trust you.
I won't press you for details, but perhaps I could be of some assistance, I remember my association with Hayden fondly, and I'd be happy to help in any way I can.
You said former CEO? What are you doing here?
The chair you find me in is an advanced diagnostic and life support run. Its development is one of my hobbies, so to speak. It monitors my vitals and administers medications as necessary to keep my body stable. I likely would have perished long ago without it, or at least would have been severely bedridden. It requires frequent maintenance, and I'm here to have it examined.
What was it? Rouge and Z? There was a... something like that. There was an anime about a robotic bed that had to take an old man to the beach because it was his last wish, and the nurse was along for the ride. Or direct. It's good. I need to find it and probably show it to Tams.
There's a particular fellow at this hospital who is the only one I trust to run the correct diagnostics and fine-tune things to my exact needs.
Really?
It's the same way you might get your car serviced, making sure everything's in check. It's too integral to my health to count on just luck.
Fair enough.
Unfortunately, many critically injured patients were rushed into surgery all at once. My appointment has been pushed back. The hospital administrators placed me here.
What happened?
With a resting patient, so as not to be disturbed by the chaos outside.
Chaos?
I don't think they expected you to awaken quite as quickly as you did.
There's a more important question. What chaos?
Yes. As I've mentioned, Parallax acquired my company, System 1 Software. I accepted a CTO position, and additionally served on Parallax's board for several years. The other directors and I had a difference of opinion about the direction the organization should take. The non-centralized data scheme for most ROMs used today seemed ludicrous at the time.
I admit it seems a little sus to me.
We were playing with fire. Dangerous, morally ambiguous fire. And well, we hadn't invented a bucket of water. So when Parallax's servers were destroyed by hobbyist hackers, well, needless to say, it was a PR nightmare. Everything halted until we could get the damage fixed. And since the security work that goes into maintaining the integrity of near-impenetrable meshnet is astronomically expensive. We had our share of disagreements. In the end, I was voted off the board and they went on without me.
Sorry to
Do
hear
I
that.
have hard feelings? Of course. Who wouldn't? In the end, though, it really doesn't matter. I'm an old rich man with enough hobbies to last the next 2 decades.
How did you meet Hayden?
Hayden and I made our acquaintance when the 2 companies first underwent the merger. At the time, he was a young, hotshot researcher working in the search data correlation sector.
Hotshot researcher. That's an interesting term.
He was assigned to find the best ways to integrate Parallax's own collection and analysis tools into System 1's LIPS operating system. He was a bit much to handle at times, honestly, but I admired his passion for the subject.
Interesting. So, SOS developed LIPS.
His research? No.
I didn't want to
Not
ask that
so
question.
I remember at the time he had interest in advanced machine sapience, but that is the realm of science fiction.
Yeah, sure.
He once showed me a prototype of his. She was quite clever, very convincing, but you could tell she did not contain the spark of life.
Could you now?
I assume that you are another of his creations.
Yes, I am. I'm sorry, I didn't introduce myself. My name is Turing.
And he is Step.
Did you say she?
Ah, yes. She was quite insistent on that fact over the course of my conversation with her. Hayden said that she had picked out the color for her casing herself. Pastel pink.
Huh.
Still, I must assume you are far more advanced than she, if you're spearheading the search for your creator. Perhaps I should have had more faith in Hayden's little hobby.
Little hobby.
Do you know what became of her, or where she might be now? Hayden has told me so little of his past research.
I'm sorry, Turing. It was a long time ago, and I'm afraid my memory is not what it used to be. If any of my contacts in Parallax make mention of your erstwhile sibling, I'll pass it on to you.
Okay.
Thank you, Dr. Fairlight.
Yes, let me ask about something else.
Of course. Ask away. I can think of a few ways.
I want to know why there's
still have
suddenly a bunch
some
of operations
contacts in
happening.
Parallax, and can put out some quiet feelers. Maybe they'll know something. I will admit, I don't have much to offer until there's more information. Is there anything you can tell me? I'd like to help in any way I can.
Yeah, you seem pretty sus to me.
What did you find at Hayden's apartment?
The first time we went, nothing. But when we went back to extract his computer's data cache, the place had been pillaged, and the human revolution had spray-painted slogans all over our walls. Hayden's computer was gone, and we were assaulted. And now we're here, injured and losing our trail with each passing second. We're still frustratingly in the dark and running out of time. I fear Hayden is slipping out of reach. I am failing him.
I'm very sorry to hear that. I wish I could do more. Hayden's company was most enjoyable.
That seems like such a rude question.
What do I want?
At this juncture.
It would be nice to be young again. Play the darling of the company, court prince and pauper alike. But right now, someone I grew very fond of is in great danger. I simply wish to see Hayden home again, safe.
It's been very interesting speaking to you, Dr. Fairlight.
I'm gonna say these things out loud.
I don't think we have any choice.
If I'm looking into this on my own, you might as well benefit from it. We both want the same thing, yes?
It's a reasonable statement.
It's up to us to seize opportunity when it appears. I think I have a lead for you two that will prove most useful. You said you found human revolution slogans spray-painted on the walls?
Yeah.
I am acquaintances with the man leading the current human revolution protests at the Genus Clinic.
Is that so?
His name is Brian Mulberry.
All around the mulberry bush.
After an introduction from me, he may be willing to shine some light on that particular event. No, not in this lifetime. Even if I so desired, I don't think they would approve much of my work. While Mr. Mulberry and I were associated with each other once, it was before he joined the human revolution. I find their methodology too aggressive, and their stated goals dangerously backwards. While I pushed for careful deployment of technology after the Parallax System 1 merger, I am no caveman. After all, I'd likely be dead without the advanced technology that goes into this chair.
Then how do you know this chap?
When I exited Parallax, I sought out like-minded individuals. We worked together to prevent a full deployment of the MeshNet system.
Prevent?
Brian Mulberry was one such person. We did not succeed in our efforts, obviously. Come to think of it, that event might have been what prompted Brian to take a more radical stance against technology. But yes, our motivations aligned for one brief time, and I gained his respect from it. Hopefully, that can be useful for you.
Hopefully. Thank you for helping
I
us
will
like this.
send a message downstairs to my assistant, Leon Decker.
Decker.
He will hand you one of my cards to prove your association with me to Mr. Mulberry.
All right,
Make sure
then.
you speak to him before you leave. In the meantime, I'll get in touch with some other individuals I know and try to find out any other information about Hayden that I might be able to pass on to you. I'll be in contact. It was a pleasure meeting you both. Of course. Please, do not let me delay you any further. Good luck touring. I don't think Hayden's faith in you is misplaced. You are an impressive piece of technology.
Thank you, Dr. Fairlight. We'll be in touch. Should I call downstairs to have you discharged?
Yes.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Uh-oh.
I
Uh-oh.
can't believe that you're still pulling the exact same shit you were years ago, but this time it's truly unreal.
What did we do?
Do you even realize how bad impersonating a police officer is? It's a felony, jackass. I should be slapping cuffs on you and dragging your sorry ass off right now.
I didn't do it.
Detective Rivers, wait! I'm sorry. The plan to lift your credentials and use them to access Hayden's apartment was entirely mine. Also, I feel it necessary to mention that though you are understandably upset, such language and imagery is beneath you as a respected officer of the law.
He cruising.
Oh great, the robot did it, huh? I guess I'll just take you to jail then instead. That what you want? Don't even try to take all the blame. I know that a certain someone lent you a helping hand. It isn't like you have the hardware to pull that off alone, little bot.
Well, to be honest, Detective Rivers, I think I'll tell you the whole truth, since my friend here trusts you.
That's a good
Keep
idea.
it under your hat, though, metaphorically. I am no ordinary ROM, but actually a prototype designed to be the first fully sapient machine. I suspect creating me is the main factor behind Hayden's disappearance, beyond his day-to-day research for parallax. My name is Turing.
Whew. Okay. Hi, Turing.
I really like
Well,
her
that is
character
a
design.
damn bigger problem than you first let on, huh, old pal? The first machine sapient. People are gonna have things to say about that.
Well, don't they always?
Especially the human revolution. Ugh. This is exactly what I wanted to avoid. You sure know how to get yourself dropped in the drink. What the hell am I supposed to do with the two of you?
Let us go. On our way.
I guess I'm letting you off the hook.
Yeah.
This time, and only because this time I can let you get away with it safely. I doubt anyone will notice your manipulation of that NSFPD ROM, nor that I was apparently in two places at once. But mostly because I think you're right.
You do.
Someone higher up in the department is trying to delay any search into Hayden's disappearance.
That's what
Here's
we
the
told
story.
you.
Apparently, the investigations you ran into this morning were about the lock on the apartment door being reported broken by a neighbor. The building couldn't reach Hayden, so they went ahead and got it fixed on their own, but the NSFPD sent a bot to check things out and guard the place for a while afterward, right? Standard procedure, treating it as a break-in. Have someone there for when Hayden shows up. Obviously, you and I know there's a bigger story, but when I filled out the missing person report, I was informed in no uncertain terms that I am to wait an entire 48 hours before I can upgrade the existing case.
Aha.
Why? Just on the off chance the door being busted and Hayden being missing are unrelated and my search screws something up for the completion of the break-in report.
Yeah, that sounds sketch.
As if. There's a problem if you're so by the book you're getting paper cuts. And that was before all of this happened. The chief's not happy about whoever took the bot out. That's who they're after now. They won't even care if Hayden never shows.
Today's assault and the vandalization of our apartment will only make the entire situation more confusing and sensitive for the police.
There's too many moving parts to piece anything together, and it's not fun trying to argue with the bureaucrats that one thing happened over another. These little incidents of smashing shit and spray paint sound more like Froyo Stand 2.0 to them than a serious abduction.
Froyo Stand 2.0.
And I suppose I won't be very useful as a witness to the kidnapping without explaining the makeup of my being to the entire department, which will only scandalize things further. Darn it all.
Yes, indeed. Darn it all.
It's not being squashed completely, so I don't think anyone's been bought. But until there's undeniable proof Hayden was taken by force, they're gonna care more about the poor doorknob and some paint on the walls than him being missing. The Which means somebody definitely has some influence. Enough to buy themselves time by forcing me to follow protocol to a T. Not that I will, but I'm gonna have to keep things quiet.
It sounds like it's going to be up to us.
Yeah, so stop messing around. There's
Okay.
certainly a story here, but if you keep botching your moves, you'll blow it.
Fair enough.
I'd really rather you not be involved at all, but I know that isn't gonna happen at this point. I've got a bad feeling people are gonna end up dead over this. I don't want you to be one of them, buddy.
Thanks.
And I really don't want to be the one making that call to your sister.
Yeah.
Please.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I know. Just here.
Zapper. Nice. I have a
Take
weapon.
this. Use it if you have to.
Is this the same thing we got hit
It's
with?
not. This is a medium-range electrolaser pistol. It uses a low-power laser to create a channel of ionized gas to complete a circuit between the gun and the target, then discharges a considerable amount of current into the air.
Interesting.
Think of it as a wireless taser of the older variety.
Very interesting.
This is a more suitable personal defense weapon, and it is legal to carry in the OSF without a license. The
That's
neural
good.
scrambler we were attacked with uses a powerful electromagnetic field to disrupt electrical signals in the target's nervous system. That's far more dangerous and prone to be permanently damaging to the target.
Oh, jeez.
You got lucky.
I guess.
I told you to get a weapon, but you didn't, so I picked it up on the way here. Be smart with it.
I can't afford a weapon.
Me either. I'll be in touch if I find anything out, but don't hold your breath. My superiors are gonna keep leaning on me to do nothing.
Alright.
Back to the grind, I guess. See ya. Stay safe.
Thanks.
Thank you for your time, Detective Rivers. You should talk to the receptionist and formally check out before we go anywhere. We should also look for Dr. Fairlight's assistant, Mr. Decker. He should be somewhere around.
We should. I imagine he's the guy in the brown suit there, but first, I feel like I should probably save more often than I do. So, save. Can't find any of the letters. I want to just save it based on the time. Alright. Hold on.
You should talk to the receptionist and formally check out before we go anywhere.
Good advice, Turin.
We should also look for Dr. Fairlight's assistant, Mr. Decker. He should be somewhere around.
Yes, as previously mentioned, I think mysterious man, that's likely him. Blend. Alright. Let's go talk to the...
Patient,
Yes.
my records indicate that you have been admitted for possible cranial trauma. You should currently be in your assigned bed resting. While I am truly delighted to see that you have regained consciousness, I must insist that you return to your room to be examined by a medical professional immediately.
I mean... Just run the paperwork.
I must
for my
insist
release.
that you remain for treatment. A doctor has not determined the full extent of your injuries, and you may have lasting damage to your nervous system.
I insist.
Very well. I am prohibited by law from detaining you here against your will, patient. But you should note in your release paperwork that Willful early termination of medical services releases this hospital and its parent company, ZHC, from legal liability should your condition persist or worsen outside of our care. Additionally, all test and medical data from your visit will be shared with our standard partners to help improve our services and offerings and to keep the price affordable. I am further required to inform you that this visit has expended the last of your year's governmentally mandated healthcare credits.
Oh, no. Thank you.
Lastly, you will be required to provide payment or proof of private insurance for any further visits for routine or emergency medical care. Please take care to fill out all forms thoroughly and accurately. And do have a nice day.
I'm happy I live in Canada.
Your medical billing makes me glad I'm synthetic. You should look for more paying journalism work before you get shot again. Before we
good
leave,
advice.
we should look for Dr. Fairlight's assistant, Leon Decker.
This looks like a Leon Decker to me. Kind of a Spike Spiegel-y type. Is that what that is? A casual pose?
Hello, the name's Leon Decker. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Figured that's who you were.
Fairlight messaged ahead that I needed to pass one of his cards on to you. Here.
Nice.
Thanks for taking your time with him. He really gets in one of his moods when the chair's getting fixed. The last gala he organized was full of unsavory types. He's probably happy to help folks whose pockets aren't deeper than their thoughts.
That took me a second to parse. Mind if I ask you a few
Yeah, boss said
questions?
you'd have a few for me.
Alright.
I'm not really supposed to answer anything too private, but take your best shot. You think sitting in that chair all day is very entertaining?
Okay, alright. That's a fair point. If I were sitting in that chair all day, I would be fighting crime or whatever.
You know, the old man's talked to me about the things he used to do in his glory days. I'm sure he told you about when he was the head of some big companies. He was cold, ambitious, and took down anyone with half a mind to get in his way. I think once he aged, he realized how lonely that kind of life can be. Helping people's the only way he can feel like he's still doing something.
Huh.
But hey, what do I know? I just spend all my time with him. Alright, mostly gopher work, to be honest. Started when I was just out of the military. I was looking for a gig from someone who wouldn't care that I was an army brat. North Korea made that hard. The old man pays me to guard his life, run a few errands for him, and play substitute arm candy at most of the charity galas. Not terribly exciting, but I've already had enough excitement to last me another 30 years.
Alright then. I guess we have to ask him the
Probably
story.
not as exciting as you hope. I grew up in Montana, on a family farm. I didn't have my pa's farm hands, so I joined the military as soon as I could, like my grandpaps. Came home looking to do something a whole lot quieter for the rest of my life.
Seems reasonable.
I didn't know at the time how boring quiet could be. But hey, I'll take it over getting shot at.
Thank you, Leon.
No problem. I'll be around, if you know where to look.
I'm sure that I will spot you.
You have a good day now.
Alright.
Well, we're free to leave. Why not head back home first, yes?
Why?
I'm sure you'd like the chance to shower at least.
Fair enough.
For such a clean place, it sure seems to have left you feeling foul.
Physically, mentally, and journalistically refreshed.
You look good.
Hooray.
If you're feeling up for it, we should go find Tomcat and tell them about what happened.
Absolutely.
They should still be waiting for us at Stardust. Let's not keep them waiting.
Stardust Club.
Welcome to Stardust.
Thank you. Bartender? Bearish bartender. Interesting. Interesting looking dude. Alright, Tomcat. Let's talk.
Hey, y'all. How goes the search? Shit. Well, I can't say I saw that one coming. I figured that they'd nab anything they needed the first time they hit the place.
That did strike me as odd as well.
Huh. Any ideas who it could have been?
The walls had been spray painted with many grotesque human revolution slogans.
But I don't think it was them.
It is possible that Hayden was targeted by the organization for his work at Parallax. While my development may have been a secret, he is rather well known for his work on virtual intelligence data. A layman would not understand the critical differences between myself and a VI, nor do I think the average human revolution member would care to make the distinction. Equally likely, it is an effort to throw us off the trail of who's actually done this.
That's my take. Either way, we're going to check out the protests. Yes, we should do that. At least getting knocked out gave us a lead. We talked to Yannick Fairlight. He offered to introduce us to someone in the human revolution. At least getting knocked out.
What? Knocked out? Turin, what's that about? Are y'all okay?
Oh, that's sweet of you, Tomcat.
Oh, we were ambushed at the apartment and got hit with some kind of neural stunner. We made it to the nearby hospital, and a Dr. Yannick Fairlight happened to be occupying the same room we were placed in.
Yannick Fairlight? I see. And?
Would you tell me what you think about Yannick Fairlight?
We had a discussion with him about Hayden's situation, then came here. He was very kind to point us in the direction of the Human Revolution protest leader.
Well, shit. Things sure are getting more serious than I first thought. Y'all need to keep a sharp eye out. Being attacked means the bastards know you're looking now.
I'm confident in our ability to push on.
Are you? What do you know about Dr. Fairlight, Tomcat?
I can't say I know much about the man.
You knew the
Fairlight
name.
always was a bit of a shut-in, even back when he ran System 1, his old company. He didn't make any more public appearances after the merger between them and Parallax, but he was still working with them for 6 or so years past that. Nowadays, he shows up in the news once in a blue moon for some charity thing or another. But, well, it's all just rumor, but I've heard he holds a grudge about it hotter than the Clantons after the Earps. I'd take care to look this particular horse in the mouth real close if I was you.
So that's my thinking, is like we were knocked out by some weird stunner, and then he just happened to be in the hospital room that we were in. Like, really?
Good. Now to lighten the mood.
Can you?
While y'all were chasing your tails, I managed to find a way into the Parallax network.
Ooh, good on you.
Once I'm in, I should be able to dig out Hayden's personal info file easily enough, including anything related to him on all security clearance levels. If Parallax is anything on Hayden's situation, it'll be in there.
Alright then.
Fantastic, Tomcat. I knew Hayden's faith in you was not misplaced. How long do you think it will take you?
Well, that's where the rubber meets the road.
Uh-oh.
Parallax actually has considerably better net security than the last time I cracked in.
Increased security.
I'm gonna need physical access.
Oh.
I've got a good idea where a node for us to slice into is, but it ain't exactly in a nice part of town. In fact, police have basically wrote it off as a lost cause. Not enough profit in it.
Uh-oh.
I know Jess has some contacts in that area. She's that girl that chewed you a new rear when y'all first came here. Yeah, it's a tough sale, but she might be able to help y'all get in and out of that part of the city without ending up in a parts bin at an organ shop.
Why does Jess have contacts in that part of town?
You might not be able to tell, considering her viper's tongue and penchant for hitting the clubs harder than she's got any right to, but Jess is actually an attorney.
Really?
She specializes in defending people in violation of the Human Protection Act and does almost all of her work pro bono.
Interesting.
That's earned her a whole gaggle of pals amongst the hybrid community around here, as you might imagine.
Yeah.
Ain't no one gonna cross her in that part of town.
Man, I want to be a hybrid.
Black market hybridization ain't exactly HPA compliant, if you catch my drift. And none of them ever know when they might need her to defend them in court. That's the spirit.
So we need to find her.
I need a little time to get all my tools together to slice into Parallax's network, but y'all keep me updated.
Alright.
Maybe y'all get lucky and find that data cache too. But
Certainly try.
I ain't gonna count on it. Jess is still hanging around here at Stardust, but I saw her head over to the VIP room. It's hybrid night and she's a popular gal. Just please remember to play nice or her friends will thump you something fierce.
I'm always nice.
I'll send Jess a message letting her know that y'all are looking for some assistance and we'll see what happens.
Alright. We'll be in touch, Tomcat.
Sure thing, honey. I've got to head on out of here and get started on setting up the run. Just have turn, let me know when y'all are ready.
Oh, I see Jess over there behind some ropes. Let's go over and say hi to her.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, hell no.
What's the matter with me?
Look, I'm really trying to have a good time today, and the Human Revolution crud muffins have made that very hard for me. And your interrogation this morning took a bad day to worse. I asked around about you, Juno, and I don't have anything to say to you. The last thing I need is you prodding at me without telling me you're press. Besides, the VIP section is only for hybrids and friends on hybrid night, and no way am I vouching for you. Hey, bouncer! We got a capital A asshole over here!
Oi!
You heard her. Let's go.
Alright. Well, be a jerk then.
How rude! She didn't even give us a chance to explain ourselves. We have to get back in there and try to be reasonable. Surely she will see the importance of our task once we've explained everything.
I don't know, she just seems like a jerk.
But that bouncer probably won't let us back in. Perhaps we should try befriending someone nearby and convince them to vouch for us? It's a statistical long shot, but the worst-case scenario shouldn't leave an excessive amount of physical damage.
Aren't we supposed to be going to the protests?
No way I'm letting you back in.
But why? Hey, have you checked out Mega Phobator? Heard the machine was donated to Stardust recently, but it's been having problems since I got here. He's playing Polybius. That's fun. Something doesn't seem right once you get to the boss, you know? Okay, so I guess we have to play a video game. It's an arcade cabinet, Mega Phobator. Only the most ghost-shootinest, ghoul blastinest fun you'll ever have this side of the bay. Alright, let's play it. Scan your ID to play it, alright? This is cool. I don't know how this is supposed to be scary, but it's cool. What?
Hooray! You survived!
I did. 18,400.
Those ghosts will think twice before messing with you again. Good thing, too.
Hey, there's a mesh-wide legend going around about Mega Phobator that says if you reach the final screen, you'll carry what you've seen with you. ROM's acting weird. Computers powering on by themselves. Calls from no one. Spooky. Am I supposed to play it again? This punk doesn't look too into what they're playing. Well, they're playing Polybius, so... you don't have to pay to play these. Well, that's good, I guess. Distracted patron, focused patron, distant patron. That's an interesting looking person. I wonder what that mod is that they've got going on. He looks a little rakish. Let's talk to you. A tired person that appears to be lost in thought. Oh, hi. Sorry, I don't really feel like talking. It's been a long day. Maybe after I have a few drinks in me. Maybe I'll get something sour. Okay. I can do that. It's the other bartender.
Welcome to Stardust. Need anything? My name's Majid.
Hello, Majid. I'd like a drink.
What are you having?
Something sour. A Garibaldi.
Let me look up how to make that.
Dictionary, the Open Alcoholopedia says,
Oh, I got this, sweetie.
Wait,
Sometimes I think I'm just holding up the bar rather than running it.
No, I just memorized all the drinks. You're better with the customers.
Aw, he's sweet.
Sorry, I don't think we've met before. I'm Gus.
Hi, Gus.
This one is...
Blue curacao, clear rum, whipped cream flavored vodka, and a touch of grenadine. That sounds very sweet. Very popular in Canada. Really? Because I've never heard of it.
Rawr. Thank you, hun.
Aww. They're cute. Maybe something else.
Like what?
Need something sour. Fucking, I don't know. Bear's Winter Teeny. Blue Fairy's probably sweet too. Ingredients and ratios. It's a Natasha Allegri.
So many drinks these days.
Dictionary, the Open Alcoholopedia says...
Oh, I got this, sweetie. This one is...
Cup of chocolate milk and 2 shots of Everclear. Whoa.
Thanks, honey bear.
No, we need something sour.
Like what?
Whiskey Rita. Oh, Sazerac sour, isn't it?
Remind me, what's in that?
Dictionary, the Open Alcoholopedia says...
Oh, I got this, sweetie.
I guess I should have talked to Gus. Rye whiskey, absinthe, and bitters. Serve neat after being stirred over ice. So it's bitter, not really sour.
Rawr. Thank you, huh?
Maybe something
like
else.
What? So many drinks these days.
I have no idea what this is.
Dictionary, the Open Alcoholopedia...
Oh, I got this, sweetie. This one is...
That is
Thanks,
definitely
son.
not sour. Probably another bitter.
Like what?
Oh, come on. Scotch drop. Oh, sour appletini, sure.
Remind me, what's in that?
Dictionary, the Open Alcoholopedia...
Yeah.
Oh, I got this, sweetie. This one is...
Sour apple schnapps. Splash of melon liqueur and a squirt of lemon juice. That sounds perfect. Charlie from Star in the Stratosphere drinking this on his show.
Rawr. Thank you, hun.
Sounds good.
Here you go.
Thank you. Give, drink.
How did you know what I was planning on ordering? Well, at least keep me company while I drink it.
Perfect. Nice.
I'm Caitlin.
Hello, Caitlin. I am Step. My name is Step. It seems like you were alone for a while.
I'm usually a lot more sociable. Things have just been rough today.
Tell me your troubles.
My brother's going through gene therapy. He still has to go in at least twice a week for health and maintenance. There are Human Revolution protesters outside the clinic, making it even harder for him.
Ugh.
They're always outside, harassing anyone coming in. It's exhausting.
I've been looking into the protest for an article I'm writing. I'm sorry to hear it's like that. I'm sorry to hear it's like that.
No one else lives around here, so I'm kind of all he's got. But it's not a big deal. He'll be done with the main set of treatments in a few weeks, and we'll be free of them.
Nice.
I just feel bad for everyone else they're messing with.
He's lucky to have you. Sounds like you're in the home stretch. One of the sacrifices we make for free speech. I don't believe that, though. He's lucky to have you.
Aw, thanks a lot. I'm lucky to have him.
It's true, though. We are lucky to have the people that we love.
So, there's plenty of people here. What made you want to talk with me?
You had an interesting look. No one should be that bummed at Stardust and I had this drink.
Oh geez, this really is my favorite drink. I have to wake up early for class, but I'm at the club, so I guess I'm already too deep in.
If everybody needs a break, what are you studying?
Graphic design with a focus on advertising. I even get to do some local stuff. Trying not to brag, but the Zone 3 ad on the bar is totally my doing.
I'll check that out.
I have some really good client relationships locally, and there's so many interesting people too. Like you.
Oh, well, thank you.
Hey, it's been really nice talking to you, but I kind of feel like dancing now. You want to come with me to the VIP area in the back?
I would love to.
I have some friends who might be over there. We can hang out with them. They'll like you.
I hope so. Sure.
Great, let's go.
Nice. That was easy.
Didn't I say to beat it?
We're guests of Caitlin. She said we could join her.
All right. But it's on her if you can't stay out of trouble.
Hey, I didn't cause any trouble.
Hey! You have an incoming call, priority marked as urgent.
Uh-oh.
Well, hope you come by again.
Excellent. Sorry for making up the call. I'm still getting used to the whole subterfuge thing you humans do. However, we can take another run at having a conversation with Jess. We have a dragon to slay. Onward!
But Caitlin...
This is exactly what I needed to get my mind off things.
Oh, good. Alright. At least she's happy. That is a cool-looking person. A feline hybrid acquaintance. Maybe I should have brought her a drink. Talk to Jess.
And you're back. You know, as soon as I first saw you, I hoped you'd be dropped like a bad packet off the mesh net and I'd never have to see you ever again.
What's your beef with me?
So of course, I just got off the phone with Tomcat, practically begging me to help you out. You aren't so good at the long-term play thing, are you?
Long-term play? I think we got off to a bad start here.
You mean you don't stick both feet in your mouth every time you talk to a hybrid? Surprising.
I don't even remember what I said.
Let's just get one thing straight here. I'm only willing to talk to you because I owe Tomcat. I don't owe you shit. So
I'm
if you
just
want my
trying to
help,
be personable.
you gotta do something for me.
Sure.
If you got a problem with that, tough. My neighborhood, my help, my rules.
I'd be happy to help. What do you need?
What I don't need is you kissing my fuzzy ass. Only people I like get to do that. I'm not buying it anyway.
Well, eat me.
I need you to break up those human revolution protests. The ones at the Genus Clinic on Market Street.
Oh, seriously?
I'd like this handled with some stealth. Not that I expect you to know what discreet means. Either way, just get it done. I got clients in the middle of treatment cycles, and this media circus is making their lives difficult.
Sundays are so annoying.
That means it's making my life difficult. Let the bastards go march somewhere else, like Washington. Not here.
I know it's not my business, but are you okay? You sound upset.
I'm just great. I'm peachy. My clients get harassed and beaten on the daily. I don't have the time or money to help them all, and I have jackasses like you bothering me on my one day off.
You know what? You're just a jerk.
So, you gonna braid my fur, and we can talk about all our problems and boys we like?
I don't really want to push.
You want to help? Don't treat hybrids like animals for living out their lives.
I want to be a hybrid, you jackass.
Shit. All of this isn't even a choice for some of us. You want to know what my deal is? You really want me to get sappy?
Yeah, well, not so much anymore, jerk.
Skin cancer. Stage 3. My prognosis was so advanced that the doc said my bones were already lost. So I had to do something drastic. Completely restart my biology from scratch. You ever seen someone with a severe gene splice? From something freaky, like an insect? That's where hybrid tech began, you know. Where my therapy started. You can't imagine what it's like to have children cry from just looking at you. When people just see you and sprint the other direction. I had police following me everywhere I went. I lost my apartment. I lost my dignity. Eventually, I was lucky enough to qualify for the cute kitty cat cure to override the expression of the chitin. It changed my life. I have my job and purpose because of it. The fur doesn't scare the rest of the world too much to let me exist. Better an otaku's fluffy wet dream than the monster from a horror VR drama from Japan. My mom still can't look at me straight. Not to get even mushier, but as a kid, she would sing me a song as she counted all the freckles on my face. She hasn't let that go. You know how your folks look at you when they figure out you finally had sex or did crash? It's like that. All the time.
Stupid game.
Oh, now you're sorry. You haven't even heard the worst part yet. The amount of gene therapy I underwent exceeded the limit that the Human Protection Act allows for procreation. So yeah, the government freaking spayed me, if it all wasn't hilariously dark enough. First I'm too ugly to look at, now I'm too screwed up to breed. Saving my own life forfeited my right to be a person. The Human Protection Act. Ha! Apparently protecting humans doesn't include me. Only genotypicals could live in this city and truly think they're the ones who need some protection the most. In any case, I had some clean eggs frozen and we'll whip them out whenever I'm ready. Except keeping that shit on ice costs. and my insurance decided to just not pay up due to the elective nature of my feline gene therapy. So I took those bastards to court and won. And I've been doing the same thing for everybody else ever since. So, there you go. I got cancer, super science fixed me up and left me a freak, and then the government sterilized me so I wouldn't go out and make more little monsters. And everyone else gets to be the winner by default. Happy now? How's your savior complex doing? This is getting you off?
I don't really appreciate being bullied by a game that is assuming me to be I kind of just don't want to play anymore. But we'll get through it.
Don't tell me you would have treated me better if you had. It's never true.
I didn't treat you poorly, you jerk.
I need honesty more than sympathy. You know?
Just go away.
Break up those protests, and then we'll talk.
You know what? You're just a jerk who's dumping their problems on the rest of the world, and I'm gonna break up those protests for Caitlin, not for you. However, it seems like I'm maybe not in the best mood for
it
this.
sounds like we know what we need to do next.
So we're going to call it here as soon as I have
Let's
access
go to Market Street.
There we go. We're gonna save. And we're gonna call it there. So sorry that I got a little pissy there, but I found Jess's dialogue just really troubling. So if you enjoyed this little trip into cyberpunk dystopia, please let me know in the comments down below. If you think that Jess was a little harsh, or if you think that she was absolutely right, then by all means leave a comment and let me know what you think of that. If you like this video, give it the old thumbs up, and if you want to see more, subscribe to the channel, because we will be playing through a few more days of this. We might get through the whole game, I doubt it, but we'll certainly give it a go. Yeah, so I'll be back tomorrow with more of the same. We're gonna see if we can break up some protests. So I look forward to seeing you there.